Welcome to the land of saints and scholars.
It's so crazy to see a beer with your face on it.
Today I'm seeing how far my $100 budget will go in the city of Dublin.
This is Dublin, Ireland.
For breakfast, I see this place that claims to have an Irish breakfast, so I pop my head in. But I order a breakfast sandwich which includes free-range eggs, smoked bacon, cheddar, seasonal relish, and my favorite part is that it's on this pillowy brioche. I also get an organic tea.
The price? $9. That is delicious.
This is my first time ever to Ireland, so a great way to explore a new place is through free walking tours. You can find them in almost every city. Just go on Google and search free walking tours. Even though it's free, it's expected that you will tip your tour guide since they're doing it for free. And it's amazing because you can learn from an actual local about the city. I learned that there are about 70 million people of Irish descent around the world, and yet only 7 million Irish people living here in this country today. It's also crazy because Ireland's population in the mid-1800s was a whopping 8 million people, which means that this country still hasn't fully recovered its population loss from 170 years ago. Dublin is a very cool city with lots of pubs, but it also has so much history. It's also so walkable, so a walking tour is amazing here. At the end of the tour, I tip $10. Okay, that tour was about 2.5 hours, so by now it's time for lunch. Fish and chips are one of the most famous meals here in this country, and my tour guide recommends this place. I go inside and it's crowded, but eventually I can find a table. I order the fish and chips, and I can honestly say this is one of the best, if not the best, fish and chips I've ever had. The price for the lunch is $12.
That was one of the best fish and chips I've ever had. Definitely tasted very delicious, and you could really taste like the fish was quite fresh. The fries and potatoes were also really nice. You could tell the potatoes were fresh. Overall, really happy with that.
I'm walking through the main road and I see this place called Butler's. Okay, my tour guide also said that this place has amazing hot chocolate, and you even get a free piece of chocolate with every purchase of a drink. What a perk. I ordered this hot chocolate, and truth be told, it's one of the best hot chocolates I've ever had. I pair it with a dark chocolate.
The price? $3. That was one of the best hot chocolates I've ever had, and I love the fact that you get a free chocolate with it. For $3, that's honestly a really good price.
Next, I take a 30-minute walk here.
One thing that I love so much about this city is that it is so walkable. You don't need to take an Uber or a taxi or rent a bike or get on a bus or a train. Most of the things that you want to see in Dublin are all within walking distance. It's funny because in a lot of cities you'll see like an art museum or a history museum, but here the one everyone talks about is the history of a beer.
Okay, so whenever I mention that I'm going to Ireland, people always tell me about the Guinness Storehouse.
This place is obsessed with beer. So much of what the tour guide was talking about was her favorite pubs or the best whiskey. So it only makes sense for me to come and do a tour here.
So I'm now gonna go check it out to see why it's so iconic. The Guinness Storehouse explains the history of beer. It's located in Dublin, and it consists of 7 stories. You'll learn about the history of the company, how beer is made, and how it became such a globally known brand. When it comes to beer, Ireland has a rich brewing history that can be traced back more than 300 years. The country has produced one of the world's most popular beers, in addition to others that have a large following around the world. The experience begins with these incredibly filled shelves with hundreds of bottles of beer that are so visual and aesthetically pleasing. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that you will be assisted by an audio guide with any language you want. I find it pretty cool because I've never seen that before in a museum. Okay, so next begins the ingredients section, where they show you laboratory tests of their products and substance, as well as how they cultivate and get their ingredients to make beer. 100,000 tons of Irish grown barley are used every year in making Guinness, and to create their beer, they use a mix of malted, unmalted, and roasted barley. This technique all started from the beginning of the invention of Eber, when Mesopotamians found that barley was especially suitable for brewing. And if you ever wondered why the Guinness beer has a deep ruby red color, it's because of the roasted barley. They roast at 252 degrees Celsius. They were able to make this museum very interactive and interesting. You can see fountains and a lot of screens along the way. Every day, 8 million liters of water come from the mountains above Dublin, and it's considered high quality water, which is essential for brewing. In fact, one thing I learned in Ireland is that you can go to different bars and the Guinness will literally taste a little bit different. Okay, next is the brewing and roasting section, where you can see the machines that are used as well as videos on multiple screens. Right after that, they tell us about the steps that barley goes through: milling, mashing, and boiling. Here is the fermentation section. The fermentation starts by adding the famous Guinness yeast. I think that the idea they created is very smart and visual while being super simple and educational, because they create kind of a laboratory experience all over the room with tiles and takeaway notes.
It's really interesting to see a whole section dedicated to advertising and marketing of Guinness, and it makes sense if you think about it. It's not just a beer; it's a marketing legacy. I mean, that's what makes big companies so big. Oftentimes, is their marketing.
Okay, but my favorite part is the tasting. They even print your picture on the beer.
It's so crazy to see a beer with your face on it. I don't want to drink it. I don't want to ruin it. But I guess it would go to waste, so here goes. The rumors are true. It does taste better in Ireland. It's fresher and more crisp. It tastes better.
This was such a unique experience, and even though I'm not necessarily a huge Guinness fan, I'm so glad I visited.
Overall, this was really unique. This was such an interesting experience to see exactly how beer is made. First of all, I had no idea what the actual process of making beer is like. And it was also crazy to see that beer can be fresh. Beer can be like localized. Beer can be crisper. At the end of the day, I'm used to seeing it in a can, like out of the grocery store or whatever, but to kind of learn about how it is created and the different facets and components and all the ingredients that go into it was really cool. It was a really unique experience. The price is $32, but that'll include 2 beers, one of them with your face on it.
After a bit of rest, I head to this amazing theater to watch some traditional Irish Celtic dancing. This is called Riverdance. It's a huge cast of dancers focusing primarily on Irish dance styles, but they've also incorporated more styles like salsa and hip-hop.
I was actually really impressed with that show. It was really, really cool, and quite a great value as well. I was surprised. If you want to see a show like that, like in New York, it would be a lot more money. It was a really high production value, really incredible talent, dancing, singing, musical instruments. It was overall really cool, and it was a really cool way to see some of the Irish culture. But what was also so interesting is how they mixed in Russian style of dancing, hip-hop, as well as Spanish style. They did a really nice job of incorporating a few other styles and cultures into the Irish tradition. The price of the show was about $34, which means that I'm totally out of my budget, and that means I'm not having dinner tonight, but no problem because I'm pretty full. But it also means that I can't go to an Irish pub and have another beer, but that's probably okay too, since I already had 2.
Okay, this is the first time that I've done this series and I've actually run out of money in my daily budget. I wouldn't declare that Dublin was necessarily insanely expensive, but I did 2 activities here that really took out a big part of my budget: the Guinness tour and the show at the end of the day. But I will admit that both of them were super unique things that I'll remember for a long time.
But I want to know, what do you think? How would you spend your day here in Dublin? While you're at it, check out more of my videos and let me know in the comments, where should I go next and what's my budget?
Don't forget to subscribe and check out my other cash challenges while you're at it.